They're talking about Goldberg now being the first man of 30 to enter from Raw and SmackDown into the Royal Rumble. There was no word on what brand Goldberg is exclusive to and what he's being in the Royal Rumble for, other than getting a championship match, what brand he's being in the Royal Rumble for. So honestly, in my opinion, this is really pathetic. To see Goldberg coming back now and winning the championship. How long will he be champion for? Is he just winning it for the sake of having one title reign, which will probably last anywhere from 3 to 4 months? I can't see Goldberg winning the title, much less even Brock Lesnar, just for the sake of a month or 2 months. Defending it once and losing it like The Rock. If anything, 3 or 4 months is what we will see Goldberg or Brock Lesnar being champion. And don't be surprised if we also see Brock Lesnar somehow find his way into the Royal Rumble match for Monday Night Raw and cause an elimination for Goldberg, which allows Goldberg now, or gives Goldberg the option to have to fight another way into the main event of WrestleMania, and we see something like either a triple threat match with both Goldberg and Brock Lesnar and whoever the champion is by the time we get out of WrestleMania, or a scenario where either Goldberg or Brock Lesnar is the champion going into WrestleMania, and we see a third match between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. And this is why I say we're not seeing the resurrection of a streak for Goldberg, if anything, because at WrestleMania 33, we could be seeing the defeat of Goldberg at the hands of Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar rewriting a wrong in his career that has significantly haunted him and followed him everywhere he's went, because people have got to be pissing off Brock Lesnar, bringing up the fact, how does it feel that you've established this list of conquering so many individuals, a list that includes everybody from The Big Show to John Cena, so many names that are worth mentioning, only to have lost 2 times now in a row to Goldberg? That's got to be eating Brock Lesnar alive, that he's established this list of names he's conquered, legendary names. Hulk Hogan is another one, The Rock. And on that list, there's one name that has eluded Brock Lesnar, and that is Goldberg. That's going to be really pissing him off. So don't be surprised if we're seeing the makings of a storyline here where Goldberg and Brock Lesnar go to WrestleMania 33, one of them being champion, and Goldberg loses and suffers defeat for the first time ever in his life and career, his professional life and career, at the hands of Brock Lesnar. That's the prediction that I can confidently make this close to WrestleMania 33. A loss at the hands of Brock Lesnar to Goldberg. That's what I see happening here. And if anything, if Goldberg does go as far as to become champion for the first time in about 15 years, he'll have the title 3 or 4 months and probably defend it a maximum of 2 title reigns and probably have one less title defense than someone like a Daniel Bryan. That's pretty much what I see here, because having Goldberg coming back now in the fallout of Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg 2, announcing to be the first man in the 30-man Royal Rumble in San Antonio, which is going to San Antonio, by the way, guys, lest we forget, for the first time in 20 years. This is the way to bring the Royal Rumble back to San Antonio. Having Goldberg winning the Royal Rumble, you might as well have Shawn Michaels make an appearance in the Royal Rumble. Just imagine the crowd reaction if you're going to go as far as to have Goldberg coming back. I would go for that, but this is just so ridiculous. Everything happening in the fallout of Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, and this is why I've come on here and absolutely vented and lost it about Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. That's why I've chosen to do it, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, too, because their first match received so much criticism, and ultimately, their first match was an ultimately better match in confrontation than this second match. Fantasy warfare meeting reality. I mean, get fucking real about this and realize where you've dropped the fucking ball for the 1,000th time in the last 10, 15 years. This is why I say WWE have this ridiculous habit of having history repeat itself and repeating itself way too fucking much. It doesn't need to be happening, and I would venture to say that I am not the only one pissed off in the fallout of this, and this is why I'm doing a video show. I'm back on the video feed giving my opinion on Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg 2, and I'm almost completely and utterly out of breath. Whew, I got to take a breath there. Ridiculous how this all unfolded after having waited years and months of anticipation for Goldberg's first match in years in professional wrestling, after having him seen go 173-0 in WCW. You guys have got to be pissed off about this because you thought Goldberg was coming back. Having a scientific wrestling match with Brock Lesnar for the sake of having a rematch and giving Brock Lesnar a chance of redeeming himself. If you thought that was going to happen, it was anything but that. And it was far from the significant wrestling match that will be remembered 14, 15 years from now. If anything, they will not be remembering this act of dominance from Goldberg 14, 15 years from now on the network. But tell me how you feel about this, because I'd like to go on record for saying that I am not the only one who feels the way they do about Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg 2. And, I'm not going to give WWE a shout out of anything for this match being 86 fucking seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to throw this video up for you on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will talk to you again next week feeling very frustrated about the fallout from Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar 2. And at the end of the day, by the time the dust is settled and the smoke is cleared, being so out of breath, who's really going to hold me accountable for having said anything that I have on this show?
HEW Entertainment Radio is a production of HEW Entertainment on their official website and broadcasts on social media. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, follow and listen to our show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and watch us on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke22. Hosted and produced by Jonathan Clarke out of Canada. If you have any questions on our radio broadcast, you can email us at jonathanclarke2005 at hotmail.com. Thank you for listening.